good because it's not as bright and sunny as humid as it was, so I'm melting significantly less.
Yep. Yeah, no, it is warm here in the Florida sunshine.
Yes,
in the
very
Sunshine
much so.
State. Yeah. So, as many of you, excuse me, are likely aware, Con of Thrones was canceled. But Tom and Zach and I, okay, cool.
Hello,
Glad
cool.
to have you. Decided to maintain part of the trip anyway, so there might be some shenanigans in Orlando on Thursday that may or may not get live streamed, depending on how Tom is feeling.
Yes, and how cool a karaoke bar may or may not be with people streaming from it.
This is true. This is very true. Oh, hello.
Hello.
This is Raphael. I don't know who Miranda is, but we've got Meera, Reeds, and Zac here. Oh, and excuse me, this is Ralph. This is not Raphael. So we don't know anybody's name.
That's true. That's correct.
Apparently.
We don't know anyone.
So we were going to do a bit of a Q&A, and we were also browsing through Twitter earlier.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, I've been trying to, what's the word? Curate my my Twitter presence, or what is it called now? Xer? How do you pronounce that?
It's just X.
It's just
I know.
I hate that. Well, Twitter anyway. I'm going to call it Twitter.
I think it's like a really nice gesture that he named the website after Grimes.
That took me a second. Yeah, but so there's a section where you can list what it is that your Twitter account is for, and there were a lot of options. And I'm looking through, and I'm looking for something that's like.
You said literary critic is what you're looking for.
Literary critic, or book reviewer. I was looking more for reviewer rather than critic. I mean, because critic is technically correct, but it in the colloquial sense didn't feel like it fit as well. But so as I'm browsing, there are just a ton of titles to choose from in categories. And I mean, some of them range from, well, here, let's see if we can. I'll skip over the ones that may be a little tasteless. So, aircraft dealership. Dealership, yeah.
It's like a used aircraft dealership. It's like these F-16s must go right now.
Only 30,000 miles. This is a hot deal. You got to get on it. Because we also have airline company, airline industry services, airport, and airport shuttle service. But so airline dealership is separate. Let's see. We have archery range and archery shop. I guess those are separate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd think they'd be combined most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, am I going to go buy my archery stuff on the off chance I'm going to go to an archery range another day?
Maybe you have one at home, right? I guess it's not that hard to set up like an outdoor archery range. If you are
Some of us live in an apartment.
I live in an apartment. I would probably just set one up in the backyard and shoot out my window to scare the crap out of my neighbors.
Okay, some of us live in an apartment without a yard. Let's clarify. Awning supplier.
It's good.
Specifically, I guess that's not too bizarre.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you live.
They have beer bar and beer garden. Beer garden would be the classier version, and I guess they have those in Australia.
They have a beer garden in Philly. It's pretty nice.
They probably have them in Florida, but I won't go. Oh, here we go. We have building material manufacturer, building material store, building material supplier, and building materials manufacturer.
Those people make more than one, is what I think we established. The other people only make the one material.
Yeah, so the building material manufacturer is just, they make one building material. Just one, and then they close down.
It's Bricks R Us.
No, Brick RS.
Brick RS. Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, no, it's not just the one type. It's just the one.
Just the one. Carpet cleaner, cash advance services.
That is either a scam or escrow. And
I mean, Loltov is here. I don't know what 07 means, but I saw that recently. Can you enlighten?
It's like the saluting thing.
Okay, I literally came across that for the first time yesterday.
Really?
I was watching somebody else's live stream.
People, I see people do that a lot during live streams, especially when like character dies in a game. People do the 07s. Get a lot of that in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, Bravos is Amsterdam. Solved, maybe.
Bravos kind of is Amsterdam, isn't it?
It is kind of Amsterdam, but it's also kind of what's the one in Italy? Why am I not smart right now? Venice, thank you. Specifically, like the Bravos.
Yeah.
Is very, very Venetian, but more Amsterdam kind of weather. I do like how
Amsterdam kind of like
vibes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the freedom of religion.
So, yeah, freedom of religion.
Yeah. Meera and Zac go to Westeros.
That'd be fun.
That would be really cool.
Well, I guess it depends on when we're going. Like, there's a lot of times it's not good to go to Westeros.
Well, no, we just won't go to the Riverlands. I'm sure Highgarden is fine most of the time.
Yeah, there's definitely been some exceptions, but yeah, most of the time I would think so. Although Tom and I also believe that we'll see Highgarden burn before the end of the books, so...
Yeah. So yes, Bravos is cold and foggy. But I was thinking in terms of the culture... and in terms of the language, that I think a lot of the free cities are meant to be holdovers from after the collapse of the Roman Empire, and now I know next to nothing about Dutch history, so we'll start with that. But I do think the culture of the Bravos and the bright colors and dark colors, I think that is meant to be more Venetian, but it could be wrong.
No, it's definitely, because it's like both Amsterdam and Venice were merchant republics. Venice was like the most prominent merchant republic of the medieval era into the Renaissance, and that's literally what Bravos is a merchant republic. It's a republic where the merchants are the like ruling class, which is essentially what Venice was as well.
Yeah.
And then Amsterdam and the Netherlands broadly became a republic, but it started off with a very heavy mercantilism slant to it too. So that makes perfect sense for like a like how the society is structured sort of vibe. But yeah, especially with like the different like colors to represent the different like factions of people. That is like because that comes from ancient Rome, even, because that's how they did their sports teams, were like just colors.
Right. So I was saying the geography of Bravos and the freedom of religion and everything is very Amsterdam, but some of the language and cultural stuff to me is a little... It's got like a splash of Venice in it, because Gurm has said that he doesn't like to do a one-to-one in the real world. Kind of like Dorne is kind of Spain, but kind of not.
Well, in the free cities do feel like the like Roman sort of successor states, which were largely merchant republics outside of like you get like the Lombards in Italy at a certain point, but we don't really have a good comparison for that. Although there might be more stuff in like ASOIAF that we just haven't seen yet. But like I think Valyria is Rome, and then the free cities is merchant republics, and Venice being the most like preeminent among them. I would agree.
And that was kind of what I was thinking, like when they say about in all the free cities they speak a bastard Valyrian dialect, and that's what I was kind of thinking, that like in Venice they would be speaking some kind of derivative of Latin.
Yeah, they're speaking a bastard version of Latin, or as we call it nowadays, Italian.
Well, no, but I didn't know if there were different like distinct dialects in Italy, like after the collapse of the Roman Empire.
It got like southern and northern Italian are still a little bit different. Like it's sort of like Spanish versus Mexican Spanish, is my understanding. Is like if you speak one, you speak the other, just not like in the same way. or it's like English and then like whatever we speak in Philadelphia. Like they're the same language, but if you come in and like hear somebody from Philadelphia say 3 sentences, you're like, what's a John? I'm so what?
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Oh no, I was just saying why do we need to say John on the? This is
John.
not the interesting nerd club. Zach.
John.
John. Oh my god, do I sound like that?
What? No, you don't sound like that.
Oh,
that's
Johnny.
John. That's how everybody says it in Philly.
What was I saying? Oh, well, I was going to go off on a whole thing about Castilian versus like Catalan, but we don't need to go down that road.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I do appreciate, yes, the Dutch history. I know a little bit, but I am unfortunately an ignorant American, so I don't know as much as I probably should. Let's see. Oh, Ralph asks, what weakened magic in A Song of Ice and Fire? Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. So, I've been doing a lot of, like, prep for a, like, comparing the current, like, where the books are at to the Bloodstone Emperor. And the Bloodstone Emperor seems to come from an era where there's a lot more powerful magic. It's possible that, like, magic is cyclical, was one of my thoughts. Like, it comes and goes in waves, and that's why we're seeing, like, a return of magic, and it'll get all the more powerful as we get closer to the Long Night. Or maybe the last Long Night, a lot of the people who did have magic started to die off, and there are, like, a rarer breed now, people who have those magical abilities. I am re-listening to Clash, and we get that wonderful, it's Maester Lewin who has the chain for studying magic, and he says, everybody studies magic and wishes they could, like, make it work, but nobody ever does. Clearly, he never had, like, a 5-minute conversation with Marwyn. But that would be my guess. I don't know. There's a lot of good answers to that question. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bit of, like, as above, so below. And so I think the strength of... Okay, so I do think there's a dichotomy between dragon magic and fae magic. And, like, long term, that's kind of my plan for the channel, to go through this fae arc and then kind of flip back over to some of what Company the Cat has been covering of, you know, Valyrian magic, fire magic, dragon magic. But that basically, like, as one suffers, so the other suffers. And so I think the Children of the Forest did not cause the doom of Valyria, that this kind of ending of the fire magic had a ripple effect over into the area of water and ice magic. Because I do think water and ice magic are one and the same.
Well, I think it's... Because I think the Doom of Valyria is brought upon themselves, because that's the most, like, ironic version of it possible.
Oh, come on. You don't think it was the Faceless Men the Maesters and the Lannisters and the Children of the Forest?
I think if anybody had something to do with it, the Faceless Men absolutely could have. But I like the, they dug too deep and greedily, like, Tolkien style, like, this was your own mistakes that got you there. It's also, I've also, you know, I recently watched Oppenheimer, so maybe I just want to think about people creating things that could destroy themselves, because, I don't know, that's compelling. That's always compelling. And, well, I mean, and we know that George is writing a lot about war and about, like, Armageddon and apocalypses man-made are a huge thing that he enjoys writing about, so... I could see that, though, that all magic was intrinsically tied together, and then the doom it didn't just doom dragon magic, it doomed all magic, whether that be the Fae or whatever goes on at E.T. that was magical, stuff like that. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yep. So this is actually an area I'm going to be exploring with, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on their name. The one who recently resurfaced and did a video with you guys.
Oh, Michael talks about stuff.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the wells.
Ooh.
I am very interested in the wells. There is a black pool under the Weirwood, and there is a black pool in the House of Black and White. And the black and white, the white in the white door is the Weirwood. So, yeah, like, I've been really interested in kind of the Fae magic parallels between Westeros and Essos. So, like, you know, the House of the Undying versus Bloodraven's Cave.
And yeah, and it's kind of interesting because it's narratively it's very similar. It's like one of the most magical locations we've been to. There's very, very strange figures teaching a Stark child some dark magical powers that they have some qualms about learning. Yeah.
Well, and structurally, the house of the Undying was so, like, oh, Michael talks about stuff.
Oh, hey.
Hello. I am deep down a rabbit hole and trying to think of a question to ask for the stream that isn't way down the rabbit hole we want to cover. Yeah. No, we're gonna keep some stuff close to our chest because we gotta talk. This is gonna be great. Yeah. So the House of the Undying was long and low, and it like snaked through the grove of black trees
black
with
and white,
blue.
not Undying. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking House of the Undying and Bloodraven's Cave.
Yes.
That the way the House of the Undying is described, like the way that I understood it, is like some of these burial mounds in the UK with the tile covering and like snaking through the trees, and it's the inverse weirwoods, the black trees with the blue leaves.
Oh yeah.
And then the shade of the evening and the weirwood paste are like identical because the shade of the evening is blue from the blue leaves and the weirwood paste is red. So like I need to go back to the Karth chapters and see if there's any mention of like a black pool or something like that. That would really, I think, tie it together. So my dream, I love when people talk about me talking about stuff. Yes, yeah. So we were talking about our potential discussion of wells because we were going over.
Well, when we were just hanging out earlier, I mentioned that I was like really glad that me and Tom just started making this channel because it led to other people, and I mentioned you and Michael talks about stuff specifically for like. You just made theory videos that like I'm fully convinced of, and like I don't want to give myself all the credit in the world, but like you know, just being part of like the crew that like helped promote that and like spread the word feels good because I totally believe everything that in his most recent videos that Michael talks about stuff has put out like tracks for me, and I think you have the best Lemongate answer I've ever heard, bar none. So. Even if I never get to solve a Song of Ice and Fire, I at least get to, like, you know, be with the crew who made George go, damn it, they figured it out.
And, you know, also shout out to Random Internet Guy, because it was a little over a year ago. I was watching one of his videos and listening to one of his theories and going, you know what? I could probably make a video. Not that his aren't good, but, you know.
No, like... That was, he was the first other YouTuber that Tom and I saw, and I was like, could we collaborate with this guy? He makes really good videos.
Yeah. And he had I think he had about 500 subscribers at the time that I found him.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is someone I could reach out to, and he's not going to ignore me.
But I think the most recent video he had when I discovered him was his 420 subscriber special, so...
Of course he did. Of course he did. Love to Random Internet Guy.
Yeah.
For any of you're probably all here from the Discord. I'm gonna link the Interesting Nerd Discord server in the chat in case any of you are not already a part of it. And I saw there was another great question in chat, so I want to get to that. Let's see. Oh, from April. Oh, it wasn't a question. It was a additional information for us. Hardhome happened before the Doom. This is relevant.
Yes.
If we're doing our as above, so
yes.
below analysis. So, I do like the idea that they're linked. That maybe, do you think it could be like a magical Cold War thing gone wrong?
Or, yeah, it could be a magical Cold War, or it could just be, like, one rogue, powerful, magical individual. I'm deep into like Bloodstone Emperor theories right now, so I see the Bloodstone Emperor and everything.
You see him every night in my dreams. Yeah, I see him again.
Yes.
I need a soundboard.
But like, yeah, it could either be a magical Cold War going on, where they hit hard home and then they hit him back at the Dome. That's possible, or it could be similar things happened. It could be more of a like climate change or environmental catastrophe sort of parallel. Because I think like the Children of the Forest overextending or doing something too powerful for them to comprehend works well as like an environmental metaphor. And also we know Lovecraft's a huge influence on George. That's Lovecraft as hell, right? Like I dabbled with powers that I didn't fully understand, and I found out that his horrible consequences. That might as well be the subtitle of every story H.P. Lovecraft ever wrote.
Yeah, and I do also like the climate change part of the discussion. That I think, we're seeing climate change through the lens of it being caused by magic, and this is something I've talked about a lot in terms of like the breaking of the arm of Dorne, the hammer of the waters at the neck. That like if it is like rapid glacial melt, raising the sea levels. And somebody, it wasn't my last live stream. It might have been like 2 or 3 live streams ago. Somebody told me that the crust in places will actually sink as well. I did not know that. So I only have one screen because I'm a pleb. So I'm having like toggle back and forth between writing down. Oh, thank you, Laltov. Oily black stone equals fossil / decomposed saucy weirwood.
Yeah, I suppose that's possible. I'm looking into black oily stone for potential Lovecrafty, because it's one of the few things we know is super associated with the Bloodstone Emperor. Again, you can tell what I've been researching recently. There's the belief that it comes from space. There is the belief it comes from like weirwoods or something else natural. I don't know. It like the sea stone chair is one of the few things we know is made of this black oily stone, and that like has the most like if you look at the first legendary king of the Ironborn. He lived like an insanely long life and then returned to the sea, which
Ooh. I don't want to give away my next theory, but you just touched on it. Okay, so Michael talks about stuff. If you're still around, like my current direction is about water.
Yeah,
and the Ironborn. And the First Men, and the Maze Makers?
Yes.
Because it was the Maze Makers and the Deep Ones. There was like a discrepancy. Yeah, so I'm heading in that direction. And I know we were talking about the wells, but to me, like, at the bottom of the wells is the water. Cersei. And
push somebody down a well, yeah.
Okay, so what... Okay.
We talked about this in the Wells of Westeros in the Interesting Beer Club, which was submitted by Michael Talks About Stuff, I believe.
Are we going in circles? I will admit I am not caught up on all of your stuff.
Tom and I talked about how like borderline impossible it must be for like the average person to be caught up on just how much stuff we make. Like I know there are people, and there might even be people in the audience being like, "I'm caught up," but like
there was a time when I was caught up on your stuff, and then Colleen Ballinger happened. We're not talking about Colleen Ballinger. This is the one channel on YouTube.
I didn't bring my ukulele to do the.
Oh God! If I never hear a ukulele again, it'll be too soon.
I don't have a ukulele. I have self-respect.
That was good. Yeah. Well, so I think we can set those aside because I think those are going to be some upcoming videos, and we can.
Thank you, Michael. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that we were able to inspire you to make more theories in any capacity, because they're really good. And any small part that any of us plays to help other people make good theories is a good thing, because I feel like there's like a little renaissance of like a good Song of Ice and Fire theories going on after years and years of what if blank is secret Targaryen, which would
I hate those. Although I will say I am a fan of the Tyrion Targaryen theory, or at the very least that Tyrion might be like had some gene splicing going on.
The Chimera theory, yeah.
Yeah, but in the sense that I like that George wants us to debate it, and I feel like he's not going to give us an answer, and I'm fine with that because I think the purpose is the debate. I think we've done this before.
Yeah, and I feel the same way about the Cersei and Jaime are Targs. Like, you could make just such an argument. I find that compelling because, like, it Tywin, like, genuinely, like, sees the value in the two kids that aren't his, and is constantly trash-talking the only one who is actually of his genes. And also it means that Jaime killed his own father unknowingly, which is neat. I don't believe it, but I like the possibility, and I like that we're never going to know for sure.
Yeah. And, well, so as far as accidentally killing your father, this was the reason I initially reached out to Random Internet Guy like a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. Is I've got a granddaddy Oedipus kill your own dad theory.
Really?
And it's like sprawling, and some of it is related to what he did about Mance Rhaegar.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like, I've been meaning to sit down with him, and it's been months and months, but we'll find a time at some point.
Mance Rhaegar is another theory that I enjoy, but I don't believe.
I actively hate it. I mean, I like to joke about it.
I like the half hand being Arthur Dayne more, but
I hate that more. The more people beyond the wall that you say are someone, the more I'm gonna hate it. But okay, so let's see how far we can go.
Tormund is let's go with Dunk. I know that doesn't mean. Well, actually, no.
I thought he was Oswald Went.
We don't know enough about Oswald Went. What we do know is Dunk was really tall, and Tormund is pretty big too. Okay,
well, Oswald Went obviously has to be a redhead because Catelyn's mother is a Went,
and she's a redhead.
And she said something about Robb having Hoster's eyes, but doesn't mention the hair. So obviously, she gets her red hair from the Wents. So. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. So clearly, Oswald Went is... Cool. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we were a little backed up in the chat.
Yeah.
Meera spit the best theory ever last time the mic died. I think that's true. I was going off.
Yeah.
But I did make it up in the follow-up live stream. It looks like Bloodraven interfered with YouTube to keep his secrets. Absolutely, Bet. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing this. Also, somebody further back corrected me about the fashions of Amsterdam, and that the noble classes would be wearing dark colors in Amsterdam. That would be a Dutch custom.
Interesting.
So, I think maybe the only was Amsterdam a Roman outpost?
So that would have been because
Bravos.
So the area that we call the Bellanux was conquered by the Romans and taken from the Celtic tribe called the Belgae, and it was at certain points definitely would have had like Romans there, but it was right on the like front line with what would become the Germanic territories. So kind of, but Gaul was like definitely like deep under Roman control before it became what we know as France now, and it like rides right up against it. I know like there's great like historical accounts of Caesar fighting and killing the leaders of the Belgae.
I almost said none of these words are in the Bible, and then I was like, nah, probably at least 5 of them are.
Yeah, because that was his like propaganda victory. Caesar became such a folk hero by basically extolling, here's all the people I wiped out, and the Belgae were like his crowning achievement. So there was huge Roman influence on the region, but I don't know how long they colonized it as compared to like other areas, if at all.
Yeah, I'm sure there's. I could ask my uncle. My uncle is actually from the Netherlands. The man who married my aunt. Oh, okay. Bet says never mind. Okay. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot it glitches when the audio cuts out. I skip. It's really bad. I listened back to the one and I was like, oh no. Oh, it's saying the audio's bit rate is currently lower.
Interesting.
Than the recommended. I don't know. Oh goodness. I'm not tech savvy enough for this. I'm old. Okay.
You've got a different model of Blue Yeti than what I have.
Yeah, so my family, they were so kind. They got me a Blue Yeti for Mother's Day. I mean, obviously my son got it for me, but, you know. The family got it for me. Let's see. There was a theory. Arthur Dane is too famous. Oh yeah, okay. So I don't know if you heard my whole thing about the trees. Real brief recap in case it didn't come through. Company the Cat has a theory that all of these trees are corrupted. The weirwoods and the black and blue trees and Children of the Forest and others are linked to the weirwoods. Ifiquevron and Question Mark are linked to the black and blue trees. And some evidence for this, the weirwoods don't rot. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Go check out Company the Cat. No, we're going to keep going.
The weirwood's not rotting is interesting. I never really even considered like that. It is weird that they don't do that. Yeah. It is very weird.
Oh, thank you, Waltov. It's really great that you all are here. Hi, Gina. Okay, Benjamin join the Night's Watch. And if it's Night's Watch or Night's Watch. Yeah, so as far as why Benjamin joined the Night's Watch, I like In Deep Geeks. I like most of In Deep Geeks' takes. You know, if you're looking for like Occam's razor style, I don't want to say pedestrian theories, but like logical, comfortable theories, I highly recommend In Deep Geek. Robert. Yeah. Great guy. I say that like I know him. I don't know him.
I don't know him either. But I totally agree. He has a very smart, good reason as to why Benjamin would go there. And it's also like even if it wasn't because of things as they happened in the lead up to Robert's Rebellion, it is not like uncommon at all for like Stark children who have no chance of inheriting going to the Night's Watch. So I think he clearly like he enjoys being there. He talks it up like to some extent. When John's like gung ho about going there, he has his reservations because he wants to make sure he's getting into it under the right for the right reasons, I guess. But like,
do you think it's because Rhaegar told Lyanna about the White Walker prophecy, and Lyanna told Benjen, and that's why he's the first Ranger?
No. I think all things considered,
he saw what Westerosi politics did to his family and wanted to get the hell away from that.
I feel like the White Walker prophecy is simultaneously like one of the best and worst things to have happened to this fandom in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because it's like it opens so many doors, but so many of those doors open to places I don't want to go.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, you know, a little good, a little bad. Yeah, April, you're absolutely right. They don't die unless killed, they just petrify. That, I get into some about the trees earlier in my Fate of Ice and Fire series. And that is some of the evidence I used. I was actually, I think the only time I've really used evidence from House of the Dragon when Jace says the trees were killed and Rhaenyra is like felled, but it's a little insight that, you know, there's something more to the trees, that they will live forever or like kind of indefinitely, kind of like Bloodraven, unless you burn them.
Yeah.
But so that I do want to do a little bit more of a dive into Raventree Hall and Pennytree, I think is also really interesting. Because pennies are copper, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like people have nailed these copper pennies to the tree, and we know, or well, old Nan tells us. Okay, this is going to be like some algebra. Just roll with me here, everybody. The White Walkers are afraid of iron. The White Walkers are inherently connected to the Weirwoods, so there is kind of this magical through line of metal and fairy and tree, and so I wonder if there's not a similar thought process going on with Pennytree.
Jackie says, I kind of do think that Rhaegar and Lyanna discussed others and prophecy. I think they didn't really discuss prophecy of, like, the prince that was promised, because Rhaegar was obsessed with that. But I believe that by the time we get to Rhaegar, the, original prophecy of the Targaryens was probably lost. And I think watching House of the Dragon, we are going to see that it doesn't survive the war. It would be my guess.
Well, but unless Rhaegar found Littlefinger's knife and thought to stick it in the fire because he watched Lord of the Rings. Rhaegar was a huge fan of J.R.R. Tolkien.
That actually tracks.
That actually does track. He's the one who's like read Silmarillion in like 9th grade and like lords it over everybody else, and it's like, okay, we get it, you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Oh hey Taco.
Hello, Taco.
Everybody say hi to Taco. We did a live stream, was it last night?
Was it? I don't know because I was getting on a plane.
Time no longer has any meaning. Yes, we had a really great time. Taco does some great breakdowns, or is currently working on a series of breakdowns of smaller characters that are featured in the books but not in the show. So it's kind of like a great mini guide for people who don't want to read the books 3 times. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I'm doing a reread of Clash right now, as I mentioned, and I'm like, oh, I forgot this character even existed. It's been uttered in my brain like 6 times now.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the Ibonese guards that Tyrion has. The 2 gay Ibonese guards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just a neat little lore detail of like, find me men I can trust because you have dirt on them. And he gets this super like ripped gay couple to guard him, and it's like, yo, respect.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, Rhaegar read a lot. Find me in the text the proof he hasn't read Tolkien. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he totally has. Yes, it was last night. Oh, C.S. Lewis was more Rhaegar style. I think he was one of those like, I can do both.
Rhaegar wrote letters to C.S. Lewis and Tolkien wrote letters to each other. Rhaegar, after they were both dead, wrote letters like saying, hey, I agree with both of your takes here. And he's like upset that he can't send them out because the authors are both dead. That's Rhaegar's personality.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so as far as Benjen going the wall, I do like in Deep Geek's take, that like something happened. He was close with Lyanna. There was some weird stuff going on at the tournament. C-Star said Robert, a.k.a. The Voice. Oh, he is fantastic. I need to quit smoking candy cigarettes. So then I can maybe perhaps sound a little bit more like Robert. I'll do some chapter readings ASMR for y'all eventually. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do an ASMR reading of one of the Winds preview chapters. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to help me reach 1,000 subscribers, so you can all be subjected to that. And I will do it on live stream, and I will leave the video up.
People are going to vote for The Forsaken. It's the best one.
Oh, wait, I have to let them vote? Well, I guess I do. Oh, no. I'll let the Patreons vote.
That's true.
So, like, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, it'll be a public live for everybody.
Yeah.
But only the Patreons get to vote on the chapter.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
All
way
right.
to do it.
Yeah. All right, there's our incentive. Not to plug that too much. We were doing something more fun. Rhaegar was brooding. He could not contact C.S. Lewis. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rhaegar was absolutely one of those, like, I was born in the wrong generation.
Have you ever listened to this song? It's really good. It's by Simon and Garfunkel. It's called The Sound of Silence.
Have you ever heard his song? It's really good. It's by this, like, oldies band, 9 Inch Nails.
Don't make me feel so old.
Oh, yeah, no. That's what the kids are saying now.
I know.
Yeah.
Leanna likes my ska band. I don't think Rhaegar was in a ska band, but that's just the impression that I get.
You got me. Yeah. Oh, Taco says, that's ambitious. For my 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a taco mukbang. No, you definitely should do that. I feel like that's very... help me. With the imagery on brand. There was a
On
joke
brand.
there.
It's...
Marbrand. Adam Marbrand.
Sure.
You can do it in characters. Adam Marbrand.
Yes.
Just not Rhaegar. Never do a live stream cosplaying Rhaegar. Full fedora and white shoes. Yeah. Oh, Rhaegar read The Hobbit aloud to Lyanna because he was a grown man seducing a child. Yes, Laltov,
Yes.
that is correct.
That's true.
But also, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because Lyanna was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, so see, there we go. Why not both?
Yes.
Why not both?
I like to imagine he wrote like a crossover fanfic, and that's what he was reading to Lyanna.
Rhaegar is like the nerd that got beat up so much that they went to the gym and learned how to fight. That is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Accurate.
Well, you were fighting the 9 Penny Kings. I studied the blade.
Oh, God. No. Oh. While you studied the blade, I figured out where Oberyn's sons went. Potentially the same place that Rhaegar's sons went. Anyway,
Yeah.
now you must knock on wood.
Never had
Yeah,
to
Rhaegar heard a
knock
song he got obsessed with. Oh, it made it his whole personality and broke up with his wife because he liked it so much. Okay, so what was the song?
I heard a song, he got obsessed with it. It's got to be Wonderwall, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So anyway, this is Wonderwall. but like let's say Rhaegar was like kind of like a music snob.
Yeah.
Like, what
So-
do you think he's like into Pink Floyd?
No, because like he would have been like, Ned and Robert are like your like dad rock dudes of A Song of Ice and Fire, right? Like, if we're projecting like concert going experiences, then like Barristan Selmy went to Woodstock. Like
Okay.
when
So Rhaegar wanted to go to like Woodstock '99.
even then, I feel like he would have thought that was like kind of sellout-y, right? Like I think he probably listened to like Elliott Smith, right?
Okay, like he wanted Woodstock '99 to be cool.
Yes, and then he realized that like Limp Bizkit's going to be there, and he just like, no way, this is not
Oh,
the
yeah.
spirit of the original whatsoever.
Nothing
like,
but the utmost shade to Fred Durst. I don't care that it's been, 20 years, 25 years. He is deplorable, and I will never forgive him.
Yeah.
For that one incident alone.
What was I going to say? But, like, I could see, like, in terms of, like, you know, Robert and Ned...
Oh, wait, no.
Robert and Ned going to fight the Greyjoy Rebellion, to me, kind of feels like, yo, you heard of this Ozfest thing? Like, they're getting all the old, like, bands that we listened to growing up.
Okay.
That, to me, like... I could imagine not quite so, like, drunk and fat Robert, like, starting to get a little bit of a beer belly, but still got some muscle, rocking out at the first Ozfest with Ned.
Okay, so I think Rhaegar was one of those people who, like, discovered Kurt Cobain in, like, 1991.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and so, like, Rhaegar has been devastated ever since that Kurt Cobain is dead.
Yeah.
And that explains why John likes The Cure and, what's the other one? The ones that did Juicebox. Help me.
Oh, goodness.
You're the music one.
I know I am.
The Strokes.
The Strokes, yeah.
Yeah, John really likes The Strokes.
I can see it.
Although Michael talks about stuff is totally calling us out. He's like, the Song of Ice and Fire, you losers.
The song he dumped his wife for is the Song of Ice and Fire.
The song
That's the correct answer.
That is the correct answer. But
we're having way more fun.
But of course we thought of that. We didn't just realize it now, seeing that comment. Yeah, Rhaegar only performs at indie fests.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get from Rhaegar. Elliott Smith, another one where he would be devastated that he's not around.
Rhaegar thinks Bleach is Nirvana's best album.
Ooh, maybe, yeah, I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like he'd like In Utero for how inaccessible it is.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Peach. New theory. Eamon blinded himself so that he didn't have to read any more I'm Azor Ahai letters from Rhaegar. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to see if I can copy that and just... Thank you, Peach. Also, hi. Help. Why is... I'm not good at computering.
Hold on, can I try?
I think I got it.
Oh, you got it? Oh.
No. Here. Alright, I got most of it. Keep... Entertain the people, Zach.
I'm entertaining the people.
I'm computering.
Yeah. Rhaegar, like, the thing is, like, Lyanna, like, must have, like, enjoyed some of that sad boy music.
Lyanna was a Counting Crows fan.
You would know.
Well, so like, Rhaegar was like, okay, like, it's not grunge, but, like, you know, for, like, alt rock or, like, college rock, they're pretty good.
They would listen to the same radio station, at the very least. So, like, yeah.
Yeah. There's some overlap, but yeah, I think there's I feel like Lyanna might have like rolled her eyes at Kurt Cobain a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like out of our three guys, Chris Cornell, Kurt Cobain, and oh my god, I'm very tired. It is 2 a.m.
It is.
Eddie Vedder. Thank
Eddie
you.
Vedder.
I was going to be embarrassed. Out of the three of them, I feel like she would have been an Eddie Vedder stan.
The tracks to me. Yeah.
But then ran off with Kurt Cobain anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the Kurt Cobain knockoff.
It was, who's that? Because Cornell and Eddie, it was
Temple of the Dog.
Who's that in tribute to?
I don't remember.
It was their friend who died. It was a friend of both Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
I'm trying to think and write and talk to the people.
Same, yeah. We got deep into a music rabbit hole, which happens a lot when I'm around.
It was a good thing.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of fun.
I just wanted to make sure we got. Also, everybody else who gave good comments. I'm not like picking and choosing. I just sometimes forget to toggle back and forth. I get excited about reading your chats and forget that I'm supposed to be writing stuff. Oh, Blister in the Sun. That was a good recommendation. Oh. I have 2 devices. I can watch chat on one device and write on the other. The wonders of modern technology.
Yes.
It's still going to be a mess, but...
I can also do that.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it all makes sense now. When does Interesting Nerd Club get the budget to move their memes from paint to claymation?
So, Tom and I have a policy that if anything ever feels like it requires effort, we don't do it. I've done claymation before, actually. That's funny enough. I did a lot of like short film things when I was in like high school and college. So I could do a claymation theory, but that's a lot of work. Claymation and stop motion in general is tough. I have very good friends who are animators. They're some of the coolest people I know. It also takes them forever to make anything at all.
So that came from Courtney Love Liana is the robot chicken sketch I need in life. Oh no. Oh no. Well, what is okay? Can we make like a Cersei Courtney Love? We're not going there.
Yeah, that fits. Well, okay, that fits the conspiracy. I don't believe any of the sort of conspiratorial stuff about Courtney Love. I know her father seems to believe in some of that, but I would point out that her father raised Courtney Love, so his opinion clearly can't be trusted.
John and Rhaegar both love Modest Mouse. John definitely loves Modest Mouse.
John is definitely listening to Float On constantly.
But I feel like he's also into like AFI.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
John
is a millennial.
John, Guitar Hero changed his life.
Yeah. So like Rhaegar is Gen X, that he's young man, full of steam and vigor in 1991, and then that's a good track. That if John was a young millennial, born in like 1995, this all lines up. Actually, if y'all want another YouTuber recommendation, 12 Tone is fantastic.
Yeah, very good.
And I really like his video on butt rock, which is great.
Watched that one.
Oh, it's so good. And he talks about like what is butt rock as a genre, and like what does it mean, and what does it mean over time and generationally, and like first wave, second wave, and third wave butt rock. And he talks about touches on like where did rock go? Yeah. Circa 2009, when it just kind of disappeared, and all we were left with was like remembering previous rock renaissances, from the 90s, the grunge era, and then back from the 60s and 70s. So anyway, that was a very long tangent that was kind of Rhaegar related, but I'm very much here for it. Yeah, Rhaegar loves The Cure. I love The Cure. I mean, if you don't love The Cure, start doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a Modest Mouse fan, everybody. I feel like the Stark kids would share a lot of musical tastes, but I feel like there'd be like some like distinctions, because I feel like Rob's definitely listening to more of the like aggressive mainstream like rock. He probably can sing all the like words to "Freak on a Leash" by Korn.
Ew. Rob's not a Korn fan. Ramsey is listening to Korn.
Ramsey is listening to grindcore and like.
Ramsey's listening to Limp Bizkit.
Well, okay.
Okay, so as long as we're doing this, Fred Durst is Ramsey Bolton. There we go.
I didn't realize that Ramsey Bolton did it all for the Nookie.
So, he did.
Yeah, I guess
that was ultimately the thing he was arrested for.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I feel like Rob like System of a Down.
Yeah,
he's a little classier. I feel like Korn kind of straddles that line.
Korn's right on the like. They have some like legitimate like good songs that it's like hard to like fault them for, and then they'll do something a little cringy right afterwards. Yeah.
So that's the overlap. Rob sometimes listens to Korn, but he falls more into the System of a Down camp.
I agree, Sittons. Paramore's absolutely on Rob's playlist.
Wait, no. Laltov says John and Rob listen to Nickelback.
No.
Okay, but I mean, Laltov is... Their name is Laltov. And I adore them, and I love it when they are in the chat. But so now I want to ask, okay, so who actually listens to Nickelback? I feel like Lysa has like a crush on Chad Kroeger.
Yeah, Sweet Robin listens to Nickelback because that's what his mom was always listening to.
Oh god, yeah, he was exposed to Nickelback in the womb. That's why he's like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an official theory now. Oh no. Okay.
That's how the hell he wound up like that, and why weren't we able to?
Yeah.
Theon listens to Nickelback. Theon listens to Theory of a Dead Man, and he's like, they're better than Nickelback, and like, Rob looks at him like, okay, but how much better? Brian listens to Cannibal Corpse. No, Brian listens to like 80s pop. What are you talking about? Like, Brian knows every Hall & Oates song.
Yeah, and I feel like Brian is really into Ace of Base.
I saw the sign. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh yeah, but who else listens to Ace of Base? Catelyn does. Like, when she's alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't want the rest of the family to like razz her.
I think you're going for like super glam 80s stuff. Like Renly is probably like legit. Like
I like Ace of Base.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna find very few, like, other than like the aforementioned Nickelback, you're gonna find very few like genres and types of music and bands that I categorically hate. But
Theon is Blink-182.
Oh yeah, yes,
and
100%.
Yeah. Rain Waters is also Blink-182.
Small things.
Oh no.
She left me roses by the stairs.
Surprises, let me know she cares. No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
We can actually
do it because it will be synchronized. Okay.
Yes.
Let us know in the chat if you want to hear me and Zach do 2 a.m. acapella Blink-182 because I will do it, but only if it is requested by more than one people.
Sansa is 100% a Swiftie. 100%.
Oh yeah. That came up in the poll.
Yeah.
Family Feud.
Yes. And also it got mentioned again when we did a game of Guesses and Who's. Like, there is nobody more like. I think the question is like, what's her favorite Taylor Swift era? Right? Is it like early? She's like an early Swiftie, I think, with the like love story, storyless sort of like.
We can call her a Swiftie. I don't want to go on the record saying I can't stand Taylor Swift, but it's something that might happen, and I'd rather.
I can go on record saying I'm not a fan, but I work in a particular field of employment where everybody listens to Taylor Swift constantly, and it's hell.
Yeah, I love my job. A lot of my job involves not talking to other people or communicating by email.
Listening to zero Taylor Swift, yeah.
Highlight this.
Michael talks about stuff that's hilarious and terrible.
What did he say?
I miss you. Where are you? Theon to his member.
Oh God. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. No, wait. We have to wait till it's requested.
That's true. Heck yeah, do it for tables. Okay. Zach lore deepens. I pretty much admitted to my job in the last INN recording. And also, there might be a podcast coming out soon with somebody you recognize from the Song of Ice and Fire world where I legit talk about my work. But it's not out yet. And it's been requested.
It has. Okay, do we want What's My Age again? Or
I only remember a couple of lyrics. I think I can do most of.
If you start singing one, I'll sing along because they're all embedded in my brain permanently. I actually really like
Sally. If we want, we'll have Halloween on Christmas. Oh wait, I pick a part where I don't remember the lyrics. Wish this never ends.
Here, we can pull up the lyrics.
We
like
have
smart
the
people.
internet. Yeah, that's right.
We are on the internet. Okay, do we want to do What's My Age again?
People think I'm a teacher?
No, he inflates pumpkins for a living. Alright.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Oh goodness.
Took her out. It was a Friday night. I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants. But then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23, and are still more amused by TV shows. What the hell is ADD? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again? Doom, 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 doom. Later on the drive home, I called her mom from a payphone. I said I was the cops and your husband's in jail. The state looks down on side of me. And that's about the time that bitch hung up on me. Nobody likes you when you're 23, and are still more amused by prank phone calls. What the hell is caller ID? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age?
Oh, that's funny. We missed the whole part about Freebird.
Oh, man. Okay, are we back?
Some say we're still singing to this day. We had a whole like sidetrack talk about Bobby B and Leonard Skinner and Freebird. Oh, we're not back. Okay. Oh no.
Well, what a way to go out. Oh, okay, we are back.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a whole like talk about Freebird and whether Bobby B was playing that in, like the background when he was reminiscing about the olden days, and then cars and spinning rats.
And then we Rob Zombie, Dragula. Who's listening to Dragula?
That actually feels more like Theon music, honestly. Like Theon, I feel like Theon, like if he's listening to older music, it's like Alice Cooper. Like that's right up his alley. Like
I feel like Theon's kind of too much of a poser to be into Alice Cooper.
I feel
like Theon has like 1 foot in Poserville and 1 foot in like actual music person. Like that's how I was in middle school.
I guess it depends on like who he was getting his music influences from before. Like if like he wants to be more like goofy shock jockey, like impressive brainworm.
Stannis is the true Freebird fan, but in secret.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stannis like list that has like a classic rock playlist. He's just very quiet about.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, Theon was in sync. Oh yeah. No, Theon was Justin Timberlake's understudy. And he was always, like, salty, because he was like, I'm just as good as Justin. And he would, like, devise little ways to get Justin to, like, break his ankle or something, so that he could go on stage.
Just, I can imagine him in the Everybody music video, which I've been watching a lot of recently.
That's Backstreet Boys.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, NSYNC is
come
just
on.
worse Backstreet Boys.
Look, I know who Alice Cooper is.
Yeah.
You should know.
I know... I know some boy band stuff. I've been studying up on boy band music for another music project as of late. So it's going to be highly influential, the project I have coming up. So I need to get better at it, but I don't know. I Want It That Way is the NSYNC. That's NSYNC, right?
No, that's also Backstreet Boys.
What songs did NSYNC make?
Pop. Dirty Pop. It's Gonna Be Me. Perhaps the song Justin Timberlake is most famous for. It's gonna be me.
I don't know any of these
And then
songs.
you share a photo of ramen. Come on, Zach. You're chronically online.
Interesting.
Okay, everybody go to the Discord server. No,
and post NSYNC songs.
No, post photos of ramen.
Yes.
For Zach.
Of course.
Because it's gonna be May. There was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke in there for you. Unfortunately, that was not what I was familiar with. Although, did you know that Rob Paulsen voiced Raphael? also known as the guy who voices Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, yeah.
And various others. I adore Rob Paulsen. Again, I say that like I know him. I don't know him.
He has a lot of voices.
Oh, Theon likes white rap.
The Theon Eminem fan tracks.
Yeah. I feel like Theon... Oh, okay. This is actually good. This is actually like real analysis. Oh, hey Gladys. You missed the sing-along.
Hi. Hi, Gladys. Hey.
And then I'll come back to my Eminem theory.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Was that the question? I'm not
Was
very...
the question just hi? Yes, hi.
Hi, Gladys.
Nice to hear from you. We're up just answering questions, some of which might be on screen.
And doing karaoke from my dining room.
Yes.
If you all want to embarrass us in front of Gladys, let us know.
Yeah.
But so like real theory for a moment, kind of.
Yes.
That Theon, one of his like arcs that they were exploring is him not necessarily connecting to like a Stark identity as a word or really a Greyjoy identity, and then he becomes Reek, and so I think it actually makes sense that he kind of dabbles in multiple genres with some of the good artists, but the more well-known artists, and so you wind up with him liking Eminem, but not really getting more into hip hop, and then liking, who did we say?
Alice Cooper, maybe? Like,
I don't think he got into. I think he got into Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson, that fits way better. You're
yeah,
right.
age-wise, yeah. But
and then Ned was like, "Well, if you like that, you should check out Alice Cooper," and he never did.
And he never did, and now he regrets it. And the moment Theon gets a shred of agency back, that's the first thing he's going to go do is go to the record store and purchase a vinyl.
Do you think
Alice Cooper?
Do you think,
and then he'll watch Wayne's World.
Do you think his like evolution from Theon to Reek to a Ghost in Winterfell is supposed to represent Eminem, Marshall Mathers, and Slim Shady?
Wait, the three heads of the dragon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We proved that.
Yes.
It's in one of the older videos. I don't remember which one. Now is the perfect time for Eminem. We have a perfect sound-alike artist here. Oh, man. The Order of the Green Hand guys said Arthur Dane is alive. Still don't know with Bay Smoke. Oh, it killed me. I thought of that, last week while I was driving to work. It was a very good day. Theon was simultaneously trying to be Eminem and Justin Timberlake. He was trying to break both of their legs so he could understudy for both of them at the same time.
Theon going up to karaoke and doing a poor attempt at Lose Yourself seems on brand for him. At the beginning of the books.
Oh God!
By the end of the books, he's nailing
it. No. I was gonna say by the end of the books, he's moved on from that. I want to think well of him. Which band were we asking? The Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
We did Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yes. Reek is Eminem. Well, Reek is Slim Shady.
Theon is Marshall Mathers. Reek is Slim Shady.
And Ghost in Winterfell is Marshall Mathers.
No, is Eminem.
It was Eminem. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Because Marshall Mathers is the first form.
Yeah.
God, we're so old.
We are.
Okay. Reek's hair did turn white.
Yeah.
My hair turned white like Eminem's. Ooh, that is a Nick Litzko reference. Horses can type, I believe it was a Tuesday, but I could be mistaken. Yes. But it did rhyme. It was those Order of the Green Head guides said Arthur Dane is alive. Still don't know what they smoke. I thought Renly would be king in the show, but it rhymed. It was actually really good. There were some internal rhymes. Ramsey's ICP. Do not slander ICP in such a manner, April.
I feel like
trunk full of Faygo, car full of fat chicks. Come on.
Patchface is ICP.
Is literally ICP. Yes. Okay, so ICP.
He's an insane clown. He just needs a posse.
ICP, are they kind of gross? Yes. Do they do terrible things in real life like Fred Durst did? No.
Actually, you should look that up because they did.
As bad as Fred Durst?
I would say comparable. Yeah.
I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. And Every rhyme in there was completely incidental.
The Insane Clown Posse are not good people, unfortunately.
They're better people than Fred Durst and Kid Rock, and I understand that bar is in the basement.
Yeah, well,
that is the lowest bar possible.
Being better than Kid Rock is not an accomplishment.
Okay, but are we just going to focus exclusively on musicians from Michigan? Because we can do that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so easy ranking. Kid Rock is on the bottom. ICP.
Ted Nugent? Come on, Ted Nugent's under Kid Rock.
I was saying the trifecta of Kid Rock, ICP, and Eminem. I mean, we have a clear winner.
Eminem's the winner.
We're electing Eminem the governor of Michigan. I promise. I've been sober for 3 years, you all. We're just having a really good time.
We are.
So Kid Rock gets ejected into outer space. ICP gets to stay at home and just be quietly at home. And Eminem is governor. Can we all...
Once Gretchen finishes her term, yeah, then it's Marshall Mathers. I agree.
Okay, all right. I think we can all live with this resolution on where we stand between Kid Rock, ICP, and Fred Durst is going to be ejected out of the solar system. Eminem wins Michigan. Yes. Shitmouth listens to ICP. Yes, thank you, Altov. Yes. I feel like that very much aligns. I feel like ICP is like cheerfully awful, whereas like Fred Durst is like sinisterly awful. Is that a word? John would be Ramones. John likes everything that's kind of edgy, and like he's definitely one of those millennials who's like, oh, like I like, some of the modern.
Like if you just find like a 2000s, like 90s 2000s rock playlist on like YouTube Music or Spotify, Jon Snow listens to all of those songs. Jon
Snow is obsessed with the Killers.
Yeah, I agree.
And that wasn't a pun at all.
Jon Snow's
Fred Durst won the tournament at my wedding and fucked my wife. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is perfect. Yeah. This is perfect. Theon is Eminem and Ramsey is Fred Durst. We won the internet, everybody.
I like it. I agree.
I can't believe it took us that long to get there.
Yeah.
Is there
Danny's favorite music? Danny's listening to like hardcore girl boss anthems all the time, right?
Yeah. Who's the one? I don't know a lot of women pop artists. Does that make me a misogynist?
No. This is not your type of music.
I mean, I liked Sia before I found out she hated autistic people.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a dark day.
Yeah.
But I also think she may be autistic, so if it's self-hatred, then I can still love her.
I was thinking Danny probably likes
Demi Lovato.
I was thinking.
What's the other one?
Ariana Grande.
No.
I think she definitely likes Alicia Keys. Like, I feel like that's on her playlist.
I feel like Alicia Keys is like too tasteful for Danny.
You don't think "Girl on Fire" is like off in that one?
I missed that. Thank you. No, I was trying to think of like. I think Marcelo likes Alicia Keys.
Danny loves Heart.
Oh, there we go. What is it? I'm drawing a blank on her name.
Details?
Halsey. Danny likes Halsey.
Halsey, yeah.
They're the same person.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ramsey has a posse, the Bastards Boys. He does. Yes.
That's his Insane Clown Posse, yeah.
What did Fred Durst have?
He had Limp Bizkit.
Sorry, that was really loud, I'm sure. Okay, I think we caught it this time. Excellent. All right, so there's going to be a bit of a catch-up, but OBS says we're picking up audio. New rule on the Meera Reads channel: no more Taylor Swift unless it's absolutely necessary.
No more Taylor Swift, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're back now.
I think we're back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So like, I am not going to give my take on Taylor Swift one way or the other, but she stresses me out.
Again, I've listened to enough Taylor Swift involuntarily at my job for one lifetime. I don't dislike her music. It's just that when like there were like entire weeks where the only music played in the office was Taylor Swift.
As someone,
it was not fun.
As someone who was a teenage girl between somewhere in the years of 2006 and 2000 something else, I was exposed against my will to an infinite amount of Taylor Swift, and I'm good. Yeah, but Glidus is right. Marcella is unfortunately a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
Who's into Alicia Keys? Maybe the Sand Snakes.
Yeah. I feel like the Sand Snakes have like a good variety of pop ladies from different eras, because I feel like they all had very different like moms and like places they grew up, and there's a big age difference too. Princess
Ariane likes Beyonce because she wants to be the queen and sees a lot of herself in Queen Bey.
It's Ilaria's is Paramore, right?
Aria. Oh, that was I had one for early. Aria started off listening to Avril Lavigne, and then graduated to Paramore, and was and still has her old Avril Lavigne albums, but hides them, because now she's graduated to Paramore.
Aria listening to Skater Boy tracks super hard.
Oh
actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like Stannis likes some music. Stannis. I feel like Stannis would like Woody Guthrie.
Yeah, I feel like Stannis listens to some really good 70s singer-songwriters that
Stannis likes Bob Dylan.
Yeah, you know what? I can buy the Stannis. I've seen Bob Dylan live before.
Bob Dylan songs performed by Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I can't do an impression. I thought maybe Zac could.
Goodness, I could usually do the Bob Dylan a little bit better than this, but it's been a long day, and I just know that there's must be somebody out of here, said the Joker and the thief.
Oh, and Prince won that. Okay,
Yeah.
So then who's the Prince fan? Oberyn.
Prince.
Oberyn is absolutely a Prince fan.
I feel like he's got this classy 80s 90s pop playlist, right? He's got the select oh no, this is the here's the Prince songs you want to listen to. What's his name? George Michael. He's oh yeah, I know the good George Michael songs. I've pulled the wheat from the chaff here. I know all the best pop of that era. Actually, Oberyn is a radio DJ, and Another World feels like a good fit for him, right?
Oh yeah, and one who travels.
Yes.
Yeah, a very high end fancy DJ. I obviously don't know anything about DJs.
Oberyn is the Casey Kasem, sort of giving the top 40 countdown. It fits perfect for him, honestly.
I feel like Oberyn is more doing the big the international type raves that fancy European people go to. I don't know anything about these. This is purely based on stereotypes.
He hosts festivals, yeah, that could work.
Yeah, but good festivals that people want to go to and then say good things about after they happen. Casey Kasem, I feel is Duran, kind of holding down the fort at home, being very steady.
Can I do a Casey Kasem impression? Hi, it's me, Duran Martel. Number 5 on the list today. No, I can't do it. I used to be able to do a pretty decent Casey Kasem.
Yeah. We're not R. Kelly.
We're not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. No, none of that. Yeah. Oh, the Knight, formerly known as Oberyn.
The Knight, formerly known as...
Yeah. If you guys have any more song requests, I'm trying to think. I almost started singing a song by someone we just agreed not to talk about.
That's great, it starts with an earthquake.
Birds and snakes and airplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. You want to do this? Eye of a hurricane, listen to yourself, churn world serves its own needs, don't misserve your own needs, speed it up and knock speed, grunt, no strength, no, ladder strokes are clouded with the fear, fight, down, fight, wire in a fire, represent the 7 games in a government, we're higher in a combat fight, left or wasn't coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team by team reporters baffled, Trump tethered crop, look at that low plane, fine, then, overflow, population, common group, but it'll do, save yourself, serve yourself, world serves its own needs, don't misserve your own needs, just from the rapture and the reverend and the right, you, vigilantic, patriotic, slam, fight, bright light, feeling pretty psyched. I'm not gonna do this to you guys anymore, because that was one note for like a minute.
I'm not remembering most of those lyrics. Tom has that one memorized.
I think I was in fifth grade. I printed out the lyrics because this was before cell phones, or before regular us had cell phones.
Yes.
And I printed them out, and I sat in my room for like a full day and played it on repeat and learned all the lyrics. And 20 years later, they're still there.
I do that with a lot of songs. Auburn likes ABBA. I can do ABBA.
Jackie says, "Oh my." I'm really sorry. It was very loud, I'm sure. And probably a little flat.
I don't want to talk about things we've been through.
I don't know what that is.
It's Winner Takes It All by ABBA.
I don't listen to ABBA. Do I look like someone who listens to ABBA?
Most people listen to ABBA.
I listen to A-Teens.
Oh.
Okay. Marcella listens to A-Teens.
Marcella listens to A-Teens 100%.
Yeah. I thought you were singing something from Into the Woods. That's how far off I was.
Goodness. Do I remember anything from Into the Woods from my theater days?
I really don't want to do Sondheim.
You don't want to do Sondheim?
It is 2:30 in the morning.
You're right. We're going to alert some people if we do Sondheim. Of course, if we do Sondheim, I'm going to want to do Assassins immediately. And it's nobody's going to know what we're singing.
Olena actually had a real relationship with Frank Sinatra. Like an actual mutual affection, romantic relationship with Frank Sinatra.
Like she's talking to Marjorie about, like, you know, marriage and romance, and then she just gives a way too detailed explanation of the relationship she had with Frank Sinatra, and Marjorie's like, Grandma, that's really gross. Like, you didn't need to give that much detail. I don't think I can listen to New York, New York and Fly Me to the Moon anymore without imagining some things.
Oh, God. Oh, but then she does listen to Michael Bublé.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Marjorie loves Michael Bublé.
Marjorie, like, later, like, Justin Timberlake, too, when he, like, does his, like, suit and tie era.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so Marjorie is just me. That's fair. I feel like Marjorie and Meera Reed probably have, like, there's some crossover.
Yeah.
Like, Meera Reed also likes some of the Meera Reed also likes folk punk. She listens to, like, Misfit Brew and Days and Days. She's like, yeah, I dig these people who, like, play a trumpet and don't wear shoes.
Yeah. Everybody's agreeing with the Olena Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Taco says the Reed's like bluegrass.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that too. So Howland Reed is a bluegrass musician.
I would agree. Yeah.
And that's how he was able to tour and see more of the kingdom. That's how he is a very worldly Reed. Oops. I'm trying to think if we Marjorie's actually Olena's daughter with Frank Sinatra. Honestly, I would love that for her, and I really hope that that's the case. Christ, when did Jesus enter the chat? The neck is super deliverance, y'all. Okay, so
is it Deliverance? It's a song by Bubba Sparks, right? Little Bubba Sparks.
Oh no! Who's listening? Okay, where do we think Joffrey falls?
Joffrey, like, listens to Screamo.
I feel like that's like too too real music for him. I feel like he listens to stuff that's like really corporate, and he's like convinced it's real.
Oh, he's like Patrick Bateman, where he's like, "Do you like Huey Lewis in the News?"
Okay, so I've not seen that whole movie. I've seen the business card scene. It was very good.
It's very good. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News? His early stuff's a little too new wave for my taste, but I think with 4, he really came into his Huey really came into his own artistically and commercially. The whole album has a crisp, clear sheen to it. Goodness, I can't remember how it goes. I used to have it memorized. I also have done the opening monologue. That was one of the monologues I memorized back when I was auditioning for shows. I also did the opening to Army of Darkness, that monologue, which is the one I eventually went with because I felt like it was better for variety purposes to audition for shows.
You prepared for auditions?
Yeah, I prepared for auditions.
Oh, that's maybe why I didn't get any roles.
As I've stated many times, I dated a relatively successful actress. So
I was teasing. I was just fucking with you.
She hammered things into my head about how to actually audition.
Hammering? Phrasing. Boom! Oh, Lord. No, I was just... I tended to get cast in the chorus. I was a nun in one of the background nuns in Sound of Music.
Huh.
The guy's a perfect voice for reading Patrick Bateman. Who does?
This guy, I presume that is me.
Oh yeah.
I can do the Bateman voice pretty well. It's
oh god.
The voice that Patrick Bateman has is one that I find quite enjoyable to redo and to speak out loud. And I'm sorry, I have to go return some videotapes.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Oh, I really need to watch that movie.
It's messed up. I love it.
No, I know. Well, and I love Christian Bale, and I know that he's not necessarily a good person, and he might actually be a bad person. But I really like his work.
Christian Bale, I think he's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I like his work.
Oh yeah,
and there are plenty of assholes whose work I like.
Yeah, and him getting pissy with people on set is that's not something I feel the need to morally police him on.
Yeah, and anyway, but so Christian Bale, he's the voice of Howl in Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, wow. And I think that's why that cartoon wizard is just so enchanting for all audiences. He's got a great voice.
Yeah.
He got an assault charge for yelling at someone. Oh, actually, quick fun fact for those who might be interested in a legal fun fact. Assault is causing the apprehension of an imminent, harmful, or offensive contact. A battery is the execution or commission of a harmful or offensive contact. So, hypothetically, if you were to swing a bat at someone and not make contact, that would be an assault. And if you were to sneak up behind them and they weren't aware that you were there, that would be a battery but not an assault. So in order to have assault and battery, there has to be an awareness of the imminent harm and then the contact actually going through. So hypothetically, and actually I think in Ohio, you can get a DV charge for yelling at somebody too aggressively.
Yeah.
Yeah. First level misdemeanor. So, just remember, if you are feeling anger, to address it in a healthy and an appropriate way. And if you feel the need, get a therapist, a licensed therapist, to help you with those things that we are not qualified to help you with.
Yeah.
The more you know. Throwing a paper towel. Ooh. Okay, we'll I don't want to get too deep down in the legal takes because I'm sure I'm not licensed in any of the places where you all live. Oh no, Quilty. Oh, that's funny. Oh, what's that band? Hollywood Undead.
Yeah.
And they feature, this is Jeffree fucking Star. Who would listen to Hollywood Undead featuring Jeffree Star? just somebody really
like cringy, awful.
Yeah, cringy and like either to a degree that they don't care, or that they don't.
Vargo Holt, I feel like, has the most cringe playlist of all time.
But I feel like he comes from like the devil worship place of the Black Goat. I feel like he's like something.
I feel like
he listens to one of those metal songs where they have like really violent, gross lyrics to the point where like I would be offended.
Grindcore, yeah. I feel like he's got grindcore as well.
Yeah,
I feel like he's got like a mix. Like he's got the ultimate like just turns off the average person playlist, like
in every way imaginable.
Never give Vargo Holt the aux cord.
Yeah, but so like no, just like the screeches from the depths of hell arise. Yeah. I feel like that's also the case for Qyburn, but he's way more low key about it. He's like the dad whose iPod is full of like unimaginable horrors.
I feel like Qyburn like has like really quality musicians that are just like not accessible to the average person. Like I feel like it's not like Vargo Holt has like the shittiest grindcore band you've ever listened to. Qyburn has Nails, like a really respected like grindcore band, like people who know the genre.
I don't know what grindcore is.
Grindcore is about as close to like screaming metal noises as you can get and still call it
I'm
music.
not talking about screaming metal noises. I'm talking about the ones with the lyrics that are like so sickening that I wish no one had written them.
That's also grindcore. It's a whole subgenre called porno grind. I don't know if YouTube was cool to saying that.
No, just let's not.
Yeah.
We can generalize as the unimaginable horrors.
Yes,
and I feel like that's actually scarier.
That's true.
Qyburn listens to the Carpenters. I actually really love that. He listens to Peter, Paul, and Mary while he makes his zombies.
He's got like
where have all the flowers gone?
He's got
into his laboratory.
He's got the Cordettes on, Mr. Sandman.
Oh God! Bum bum bum. Okay, but who listens to Hollywood Undead? Who is that, like, partially brain dead and tasteless?
Oh, goodness.
Because they're catchy. You know, like they start saying, like, yeah. Everywhere we go. And like, you want to sing along, but then you don't.
Who is the most, like, I don't know, it would be somebody who sucks up to sucks up to Joffrey. Someone who's trying to impress
Janus
him.
Slint.
Janus Slint.
Janus Slint listens to Hollywood Undead featuring Jeffree Star because he doesn't realize Jeffree Star is gay. He thinks Jeffree Star is a woman. There we go. Because that's how he gets around the homophobia. Because he had to find, you know... Because I feel like Janus Slint is incredibly homophobic.
Yeah, I get that vibe.
Yeah. Do not say it, Hodor. Oh! No. Hodor, I feel like, has, like, incredible taste in music.
Hodor's listening to Death Grips, yeah.
Oh, is that the fancy band you were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about fancy music, Zach. You're making me feel inferior.
I don't know if I would call them fancy. They're, acquired taste.
Two music snobs were talking about them, and I didn't understand the conversation, so I'll label them as fancy. I did want to make this point about System of a Down, though. Like, I feel like they are at the nexus of all different kinds of rock and metal fans. Like people who like really intense metal will recognize System of a Down, and people who like Modest Mouse will be like, oh yeah, System of a Down. There's just something, there's something for everyone there. And there's something for me in Serj Tankian.
Yo, yeah, they're just incredibly talented, and it's like that perfect amount of crossover appeal where the songs have like catchy like parts to them, but it's still very loud and aggressive and like technically proficient. And then, granted, like there are some songs that really like miss for me. I feel like they're a very hit or miss band in my opinion. Like Ariel's listened to a ton for me, but like BYOB slaps.
I think every character in Song of Ice and Fire listens to System of a Down.
I don't know if
every single one, and they all listen to BYOB.
Yeah, that's true.
As the dragons go by.
Yeah.
Oh God. Victorian and Hollywood Undead, I like. Hodor listening to Mozart and Brahms, I really like.
Yeah.
I think Hodor.
I feel like Victorian just finds like the loudest like metal and punk radio station like on the ship.
Does Victorian understand music? We already established that he doesn't see colors.
Victorian is the person who will end racism. He doesn't see color.
Was that your joke or was that Glidus's?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It all bleeds together. Someone fact checked me. Danny had BYOB on her headphone.
Yeah.
Do not slander BYOB like that. Like, I mean, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny listens to BYOB. Okay, Danny is like, and y'all can cancel me for this, I don't even care. She's like one of those people who like wears a Blue Lives Matter sticker and then listens to Rage Against the Machine.
Ouch, that's so accurate.
Yeah. I said what I said. Yeah. And she thinks Rage Against the Machine is for her and doesn't realize it's about her. Yeah. Anyway.
No, you don't understand that I'm doing monarchy right.
Yeah, like, I executed some of the bad guys who personally insulted me. But I let all the other ones go. Because I needed them. I needed to use them. And then I enslaved a bunch of other people. Okay, I'm not doing another Danny take. I'm not doing it. There's gonna be a designated panel where we do Danny takes. And some of y'all might have seen, there were a couple of well-meaning chats that I did remove. When I don't know if all of y'all live in the U.S., but there are certain terms in every language and every culture that are maybe not slurs, but are a little bit insensitive. And considering that here on the Meera Reads channel we always love to punch up in our comedy, I went ahead and took those out, but it absolutely, I don't believe reflects anything on the commenters. I don't know if I addressed that, but not to be a downer. We're still good, everybody's good, but if you saw that, that's why.
Jorah only listens to the song Treat You Better.
Oh God. And Birthday Sex by Jeremy. I'm sorry. I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. It's just that way in my iPod before I had an iPhone. Jeremy.
So I'm just imagining after he gets kicked out by Danny, he just walks up to bar, walks over to a jukebox, flips through, and it's like, there it is. And Bitches Ain't Shit starts playing. And he like gets a drink. It's like, you were right, Dre.
Right. Yeah, let's see. Taco says all the Brotherhood Without Banners listen to Dead Kennedy's Rage system, but like Brotherhood understands like what Rage is getting at, and they think they may not be executing it quite in the intended way, but their hearts are in the right place, and they didn't miss the message.
Yeah,
we stand the Brotherhood Without Banners. Tyrion likes all music that is good regardless of genre. Yeah, I feel like Tyrion appreciates.
Tyrion's like chatting up people about how good Kate Bush had a run in the 80s. Like, he just has a copy of Hounds of Love, and he's like, have you heard this one?
Yeah.
Well, the part where she's running up the hill is quite good.
He felt that way until Storm of Swords, and now he only listens to music without lyrics.
Yeah, he's listening to like some really
he can't stand Tyrion and Edmure cannot stand, neither of them can abide a singer.
That's true.
Tom of Seven Strings, Tommy Two Tone, Tom from the Interesting Nerd Club, he can't stand any of them.
Yeah. I feel like he like stuff with like really like over like produced aggressive like effects vocals he might like. I feel like feast and dance Tyrion era.
Tyrion's not in
I know, same.
Oh,
era.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I
was
read.
being an
I read.
asshole.
I read the books merged together, so they exist in the same place in my mind. 'Cause it helped for like timeline purposes for me.
That must have been weird.
It was. Well, I also skipped a lot. Admittedly,
Did you skip all the Dany chapters?
Uh,
Okay, everybody in the audience, I want you to know that Zach made a face when I asked him that.
We are literally like 2 feet from each other, so I can't lie.
Yeah, he didn't get out of my house when I told him to. So we have proof that Zach is not a vampire.
That's true.
Zach McTackery.
Uh,
This is the makeup for not having Con of Thrones, by the way.
yes.
You get this.
Like
Thronioki.
every time I think of what Tyrion's music takes are, he's just Anthony Fantano in my mind.
Did you know Anthony Fantano covered the Colleen Ballinger song?
He covered it? I didn't know.
Not covered it, spoke about it.
Oh, that's how I found out about it.
No way.
I'm a big Fantano guy. I've loved his channel for like forever. So I learned about it through that, and then I went and watched the Moist Critical video about it also, which gave more context.
So I found out about Anthony Fantano because Pat Finnerty and Glidus both made Anthony Fantano jokes at the start of a couple of their videos. And I was like... And then something popped up that he had done. I think I was looking into like the history of punk or something. Punk Rock MBA came up. He was all right. But so I watched Anthony Fantano's video on Colleen Ballinger, and I was like, this man is savage, and I love him. I love him.
I don't always agree with all of his takes on anything, and that's fair. And like, he's a super like approachable. Like, he's a very strongly opinionated guy, but he's super approachable and like chill with people who are chill with him. But he'll rip into you if he thinks your music's shit. Like, he will just go right after it. Like, one of my goals one day is to have Anthony Fantano review music that I made as like an album review. I don't care if he rips it to fucking shreds. At least that point I'll know I've made it.
You're like those people who go on the cooking shows and like kiss up to Gordon Ramsay.
If Gordon Ramsay says my food's good, I'm going to be bragging about that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but like, are you going to lick his boots if he says it's bad?
No, I'm just going to be like, what can I do to improve it?
See, I just don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I just don't cook. Oh, God. Oh. Well, I think it is approaching 3 a.m, my dears.
It is.
Oh, what about Sir Jorah? Okay, that is fair. Jorah...
We talked about Jorah listening to...
Random internet guy alleges that Sir Jorah is really into disco. Do with that what you will. You think he likes the Bee Gees?
Oh, yeah, I could hear... He
We're not the Bee Gees. Is that Wayne's
night
World?
Fever, night fever.
Is that the second or third Wayne's World reference? Tyrion's mother was music and his father was books. Mm-hmm. Oh, that officially makes this stream Con of Thrones change my mind. Thank you, Michael Talks About Stuff. A lot of people might take issue with that. Stay awake forever, Meera. You know you want to... I mean, Laltov, you're not wrong. I would like to stay awake forever, but I do also have a job at a desk.
I've slept a collective 3 hours in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
However, I'm doing fine. So
yeah, we're both fine. We both sleep like regular humans.
All the time.
Jorah is
totally.
disco. Yeah. So random internet guy to credit for that. I'm trying to see if we missed anybody. If we missed any. Because I really do appreciate all of you so much. You know, come out and hang out with us in these live streams. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself or talking to Zach. And I mean, who wants to do that? No.
That's what we spent most of today doing. Was just chatting about shit. Like,
yeah, mostly music and Song of Ice and Fire. I guess we only like 2 things. Well, Zach only likes 2 things.
We talked a lot about Colleen Ballinger.
No. Colleen Ballinger is neither music nor
A Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
She's the prologue chapter for Winds.
What?
That's the prologue chapter for Winds. You're gonna open up Winds of Winter when you get it, and it's gonna be a prologue. Colleen Ballinger, like
with a ukulele. Zach, no one would read the book.
No, I mean she dies.
Oh, I thought you meant that this was going to be okay. I thought it was
no.
like
It's her point of view chapter.
No. I thought you meant like it was going to be like 50 years in the future where we have like holographic books, and she was going to like pop out, and there was a hologram, and she was going to start strumming the ukulele, and so you throw the book, and you never read it. Was a before bed fun before. I got you, Michael.
Okay,
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, we were gonna record something with some of our other friends, and then there were technical difficulties, and then Zach was like, well, what if we just started a live stream and started talking, and then maybe people would show up, and then you did.
Yes.
And I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe we can do one more Thronesy-oki.
Yeah.
Before, well, not tonight because my voice is totally shot, but before you go back to the place where you live.
Yeah, if you want to like record or stream again, like.
Oh, it has to be a stream. We'll take a couple requests.
Okay, yeah.
And if they're requests for songs that I can't sing, I won't sing them.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing fancy. Yeah. Zach, was there anything you would like to tell the people before we head out?
I guess I've been mentioning an album I've got coming out soon. I'm delaying that until September-ish. It'll be out at some point, probably a little bit like later in the month, so I can get it like promoted and playlisted. But if you did like my singing, you should check that one out. It has not just my singing, but music I have like produced from scratch for the most part. And also check out the Interesting Nerd Club, Zach from the Club, DJ Zoda, all the other channels that I happen to own. Some of them are fun.
I think they're all fun.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Interesting Nerd Club. I hang out in their Discord server a lot, which I'll link that again. Oh, you know what? It's probably Discord. I will not link it again. I think it's Discord that's been disconnecting the audio on these live streams.
Maybe.
I'm not smart. Oh, the opera bit from Fifth Element. Actually, if you like that, you should check out Coyote Kisses. I went to college with one of them. I may have just doxed myself. Well, there's two of them, and I didn't say which one I went to college with. So, we're good. I saw it and assumed it was over, and it started 5 minutes ago, and I was very happy. Oh, the live stream. I thought you meant Colleen Ballinger. Colleen, oh, I think it was Laltov. Oh, is the prolonged chapter. I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, her career is
chapter.
Her career is ending slowly. Slowly. Oh, Discord makes you feel old. I mean, so Laltov, I will say I am a millennial.
Same.
Yeah, we're millennials. Tom is a millennial. You're Zach.
Yes.
I'm Meera.
That's correct.
RIG is not here.
We're born in the same year of Jurassic Park, alleged.
Why are you doxing us?
We didn't say which Jurassic Park. It could have been the one that just came out.
So we're 5 months old? I need you to stop. No. But, so, in all seriousness, Interesting Nerd Club server is full of millennials and others, but mostly millennials. And I feel like that's a wide enough age range. So from a range of... Wait, are still doing theories?
Top, you're younger than both of us. We just established we're 5 months old.
Older. Wait. Okay.
Younger than both of you.
Okay. 94? I'm not 94.
No.
I'm 87 years... Or wait, it's been 84 years. There we go. Okay. Don't tell me things make you feel old if you're Gen Z. Gen Z is not allowed to feel old yet. Give it like 3 more years.
Yeah, maybe a little longer.
No, 3's good.
Okay. What's it gonna say?
American Idiot. You could probably do American Idiot. I'll sing the guitar parts.
I don't know. I know the lyrics to Holiday. I want to be an American idiot.
Oh man, no, we are dating ourselves now.
Yeah.
No.
Correct.
Oh no.
I can do Holiday pretty well. That's one of Tom's karaoke songs.
Yeah, and that's it. Now we're really dating ourselves.
This is dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday.